창이가 좋아하는 랜덤 게임 게임 스타트. 아파트 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 kissy face sent to your phone, but I'm trying to kiss your lips for real. Red hearts, that's what I'm on, yeah. Come give me something I can feel. Oh, don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
चल मल के छाती चौड़ी डोले चले ठंड पहल के कुड़िया हरा तूने चाल चल के बातों वाली बात कितने बोल खेल के मम्मी को बिना पर मुक्त हो गया तू तो अभी कभी लुट गया तो अभी कभी लुट गया तू तो अभी कभी लुट गया मेरी गली में आके वेट करता हर डाउन वाले किट करदा देखो जो खटा के खिड़की का पर्दा सिटी बिटी मार इरिटेट करदा छोटा एटीट्यूड का बीमार गोड़ी है बैठ चेक देखो या पहचान गोड़ी है टिका ये दिल पर मारा मुझला देख ले ये तो जवान कुड़ी है
Don't you want me like I want you, baby? Don't you need me like I need you now? Sleep tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
Zoom in to a fresh perspective.
घूमता है टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा घूमता है टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा
कह देना दुनिया से मैं दुनिया के ना काबिल है तेजी दुनिया में मेरा दिल होले चलता है काफियां तलवारें हाथों में और अपने हाथों में है स्याही इनको हाय की आदत हमें आदत वाह वाही झूठ चेहरे पे बोलूं तो फिर मैं खास कैसे हुआ सच बोला ना तो फिर तेरे दिल के पास कैसे हुआ उम्मीदों पे खरा नहीं तो तेरी आस कैसे हुआ ये इंसानियत है जलती ये कोई खास का नहीं धुआं वी आर डाइंग या फिर जिंदा है कोई पहले लगता था मुझे भी कर्म लिखता है कोई मैं गलत होता हूँ पर मुझे गलत दिखता और कोई जो पहलू बदले हर मौके पे चलता सिक्का है वो ये भूख खाने पे और ज्यादा बढ़ती जा रही है जलती इंसानियत तो फिर धरती तपती जा रही है लोगों के दिल हुए ठंडे या फिर सर्दी छा गई है बनाना है घर तो पहुंचा हूँ मैं घर भी ना सही से क्योंकि
घरों दा बचाना उजड़ गई डाली डाली आसमां है वीराना जहां है खाली खाली उड़ूं मैं कहाँ को पता ना है मंजिल का पूछे कोई नाम तेरा तो मैंने है रब लेखा
थोड़ा कागा उड़ा आसमान में, घर से दूर जाए घर वालों की बात मान के। शुरू रास्ता हुआ तो दिल है हार मान ले, पर चलना इकलौता रास्ता जीवन राग सामने। नई जगह नई हवा नए बादल नई वजह, धीरे धीरे लगने लगी अपने घोंसले की तरह दूर घर से नया मका। इतना होश ही है कहाँ पर ये मका, तो फिर अक्सर घर पे लौटने की तड़प। परिंदे का घुटे दम, परिंदे को मिले तुम, मिलके बोले ना कोई हम। परिंदा है भीड़ में पर सुनसान लगे सब, परिंदे को माँ की याद आए पर बोले ना, उसे आती है शर्म। परिंदा है परेशान, उसे घोंसला ना मिले, घर की भरे वो उड़ान पर कोई हौसला ना मिले। आसमान उड़े वो तो उसे जोश कहाँ मिले, दोष देने वाली दुनिया में या दोस्त कहाँ मिले बता। मारा मारी मची दाने दाने किया होड़ मची, नीचे गिरा के बस आगे जाने की। देखने वाली दुनिया नहीं दिखाने वाले की, रोटी कमानी नहीं छीननी है बस खाने वाले की। मिले सबको यहाँ जगह काफी, फिर पड़े काफी ना ये जगह सबको रूट के ये गिला। इंसानों में भी काफी मैंने ढूंढे हैं इंसान, पर एक भी ना मुझे कहीं ढूंढने पे मिला।
उड़ जा कागा रे तोरा अंबर तो के पुकारे। उड़ जा कागा रे तोरा अंबर तो के पुकारे। घूमता है टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा, घूमता है टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा। टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा, टूटा टूटा परिंदा रूठा रूठा।
नुक्कड़ के किनारे रोज जाए आती जाती लड़कियों पे टकटकी ही लगाए। किसी की गर्लफ्रेंड हो तो उसकी शामत आई, थोड़े से मन चले हैं पर दिल के ना बुरे। ठरकिया ठरकिया मेरे आ ठरकिया छुप छुप के सिगरेट पीना, कोड वर्ड में बात होना, बिना मतलब के पार्टी करना। भाई अपना मूड बन गया है करते हैं पार्टी यार। ठरकिया मेरे ठरकिया यार जब हम मिलते हैं बिन गालियों के बातें ना होती है।
साले हल्के भी कहाँ जीएम रहा था।
दो पैक डाउन होते ही चुम्मियों की बरसातें हो जाती है।
तो ये यार अपना है, बाकी तो साला एक सपना है।
यार जब हम मिलते हैं बिन गालियों की बातें ना होती है। दो पैक डाउन होते ही चुम्मियों की बरसातें हो जाती हैं। हसीन लड़की अपने यार के साथ पिछवाड़े पे लगे सभी के आँख, फिर भी गोरी स्माइल लेके पूछ क्या आइटम पटाई, जरा इंट्रो तो करा दे मेरे यार। ठरकिया मेरे ठरकिया रात चाहे गोरी काली हो, माँ की गालियों को आना ही होता है।
तेरी माँ की, इसकी माँ की, साले किसकी माँ की।
रात चाहे गोरी काली हो, माँ की गालियों को आना ही होता है। रास्ते सीधे साधे टेढ़े मेढ़े हो, नियत साली को फिसलना ही पड़ता है। दिल टूटा हो किसी का यार, डर की डांट या ऑफिस से फटका, फ्रस्ट्रेशन में बोले सब मिलके कि जिंदगी है झंड हिलाते रह गए मेरे यार। ठरकिया मेरे यार ठरकिया
No, what is up? What is up? What is up? इसी हो इसी हो आप लोग बहुत दिन बहुत दिन हो गया ना बहुत दिन हो गया साला ये क्या आ रहा है वन सेटअप क्या है नहीं करना तो सेटअप सॉरी फॉर डिस्टर्बिंग वॉइस मेरे को खांसी है बात करोगे या गेम खेलोगे मैं दोनों करूंगा मैं दोनों करूंगा दोनों बात करोगे तो कमेंट करूंगी अगर खेलोगे तो मैं नहीं कहूंगी मैं तो दोनों करूंगा मैं दोनों करूंगा बात भी और कमेंट भी मल्टीटास्किंग करेगा मल्टीटास्किंग और बोलो खाना खाया आपने खाना खाया आपने अच्छा नहीं सुनता हम किसी का अभी नहीं सुनता हम नहीं सुनेगा किसी की अब मैं नहीं सुनूंगा किसी की मैं नहीं सुनूंगा किसी की हम किसी की नहीं सुनेगा हेलो ब्रो हेलो 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 नी हाओ नी हाओ नी हाओ अभी मैं करूंगा आर्कन क्वेस्ट और स्पेशल इवेंट दो करूंगा तुम क्या देखना चाहते हो बताओ भाई पहले तुम पहले क्या देखना चाहते हो बताओ कहाँ तक पहुंचे हम प्रोग्रेस में है ब्रो प्रोग्रेस हम बहुत प्रोग्रेस में हैं। देखो रुको दिखाता हूँ मैं ये देखो ये देखो ये 66 तक है इसको 67 हम इसको 67 किया इसको 50 किया ब्रो इसको 50 किया शिलोनियन को इसको ये करना है अभी असेंड करना है ये मटेरियल चाहिए अपने को ये मटेरियल चाहिए अपने को असेंड करने के लिए और इसका टैलेंट नहीं बढ़ सकता क्योंकि ये नहीं है अपने पास सॉरी ये नहीं है अपने पास ये नहीं है और ट्रैवलर का तो नहीं किया मैंने कुछ कर सकता हूँ क्या नहीं किया कहाँ गई बार बार और इसका ये नहीं है 3 और टैलेंट गेमिंग का 5 है ये 3 चाहिए आज आज मिल सकता है आज नहीं कल मिलेगा ये किताब और ये कर सकता हूँ मैं ये बढ़ा सकता हूँ ये मैंने 3 कर दिया इसका। ये इतना हो गया है। अभी मैं पहले ये कर रहा हूँ, ये कॉमिशंस क्वेस्ट, ये 4, और फिर मैं इसके बाद करूँगा ये करूँगा मैं इसके बाद। कहाँ गया? कहाँ पे गया? फिर मैं ये करूँगा। हाँ, ये क्वेस्ट करूँगा। और फिर इसके बाद मैं आर्कन क्वेस्ट करूँगा। हाँ भाई। तुम क्या कर रहे हो? बैठ नहीं आ रहा। जल्दी बोल, जल्दी। ये बोलेगा मैं मारते तो सीधा सीधा। अरे अरे, 1 सेकंड दोस्तों, 1 सेकंड। 1 सेकंड दोस्तों, 1 सेकंड। प्रेम to you। 1 सेकंड दोस्तों, सॉरी सॉरी फॉर डिस्टर्बेंस। अरे आ जाओ जल्दी। चार्जिंग लग गया यार। हसीन लड़की अपने भाई के साथ। वो साला मारेगा इसलिए मैं भाग गया उधर से। के पकोड़े। अरे माँ की यार, बहन की। सॉरी। ओए, तो बैठ। हेलो। खासियत ऐसा लगता है जैसे ऐसे आवाज की आया जैसा ऐसा को सुनाई देता है, पर आती तो खांसी है। तो कितने दो है कि यार शिलो ने कब से बिजली देने लगी। ओके, ये क्वेस्ट पूरे हो गए। अभी कलेक्ट करता हूँ। हाय ब्रो, फ्यूनिक्स कैसे हो? यार वेयर वे यू मैन? अरे मैं इधर ही हूँ, बस आ नहीं रहा था कुछ वजह से। बस मैं आ नहीं रहा था किसी कारण, मतलब ऐसा कुछ नहीं, टाइम नहीं मिल रहा था मेरे को। मैं इवेंट खेल रहा हूँ, इवेंट। मैं इवेंट खेलने वाला हूँ आज, ये वाला। देखते हैं कैसा है। उसके बाद आर्कन को ऐसे करूंगा आज। मैं किनिस के लिए पुल भी करूंगा अभी। मैं किनिस के लिए पुल भी करूंगा। अरे अरे क्या हो गया? हाँ बड़ा दी। मैंने बढ़ा दी। अरे यार क्या गेम की अरे यार मैं
As you can see, the theme of this amusement park is Fontanian filmmaking, a place for all film lovers to come together and co-construct a world of dreams.
Co-construct? Well, that's a relief. Sounds like you're sharing the cost this time rather than pouring your entire life savings into a single project.
Nope! I might be inviting others to help fund this, but that doesn't mean I haven't thrown all my life savings into it too.
Huh? You've got to be kidding. Look at you, puny little humans. Recklessly betting your entire future against some stupid vanity project. If you're expecting even an ounce of sympathy from the almighty Dragon Lord, dream on! Mockery is all you shall get, straight from the heart!
चोमू की तरह आवाज बंद किया था।
Sorry, just ignore that little
किनिस
gizmoid.
के लिए पुल भी
He likes to
करूंगा।
butt in occasionally. Do go on.
Gizmoid? Who you calling Gizmoid? You're the Gizmoid!
Wow! That's quite a nifty mecha you've got yourself there. Is it some sort of smart personal assistant? You ought to let Miss Charlotte see your cool gadget. Who knows? Maybe you could even look into mass production.
Mass production? Ugh, insolent, vulgar, and disrespectful!
बहुत ज्यादा आवाज हो गई मेरे को।
I, the almighty Dragon Lord, am one of a kind! There has never been another like me, nor will there ever be! And another thing, smart is the understatement of the century! I shall have you know that I am Kahulahau, forebear of ancient
मैं ये
wisdom,
बहुत ज्यादा नहीं
for
बोल
eons long
रहा
before
था।
any of you were born!
What? Heavens above! I beg your pardon, forebear of ancient wisdom. Please, I meant no
कुछ
offense.
ज्यादा ही बोल रहा हूँ।
Idiot meets idiot.
What's all the fuss?
अबे इधर नारिया
Making
भी
some new friends, are we?
Miss Navia! Allow me to introduce the star behind all the work that's gone into this venue. Miss Navia, president of Fontaine Spina di Rosula.
हाँ हाँ दिख रही है
Hello,
तो अच्छी है
everyone.
तुम।
Partner,
तो नाविया
Paimon,
के लिए
how have you been
करने वाला था
lately?
बट मेरे पास उतना
Hello
नहीं है
there.
प्रीमो,
I'm
तो
Kenichi.
मैंने सोचा रहने दो, फिनिश के लिए कर
What
लूंगा।
about me? What What about me? My useless servant can't even give me a proper introduction.
You think someone yelling their name out in the middle of a public street really needs an introduction?
He's not wrong. I caught yours just now, in fact. So, you must be the almighty Dragon Lord, Mr. Ahau. It's a pleasure to meet you.
अरे हाथ मिला भाई.
Oh, see that? That's what I call proper manners. Well, well, it's not every day you meet a well-mannered human. Navia, was it? Excellent. You may address the almighty Dragon Lord by his name. Navia, don't you think the title Almighty Dragon Lord is a bit silly?
It's no big deal. All little animals do that, don't they? I mean, try to puff themselves up to look more impressive.
Anyway, it's all thanks to Miss Navia and the Spina di Rosula that Fantasyland's
Next
gotten
banner
up and
Drayden,
running in the
Shogun
space
and
of a
Kinich
single
both
night.
good. हाँ मैं Kinich के लिए pull करूँगा भाई.
Honestly, thank heavens! After all, I couldn't wait. After all,
मैं
who
Kinich
else
के लिए
but
pull
the
करूँगा
Spina di
Kinich.
Sorry, traveler. Miss Lapine Pauline sometimes gets a bit overwhelmed by her own excitement, as you can see. I'm guessing she hasn't gone into much detail about the event yet, so let me fill you in. In short, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland is a fan convention
मैं अभी
that's open to film
कितना
enthusiasts
चाहिए
from
मेरे को
all over
पता है.
Teyvat. Miss
अभी मेरे
Lapine
पास
Pauline
1000
is
है.
hosting
मेरे
this
को
event,
10,000
and
को बनाना
also
है.
Huh? Cheval Moran?
अभी मैं 10,000
That's
तक
right.
पुल नहीं
The
करूँगा.
one and only Surintendant Cheval Moran.
मैं 10,000 तक पुल नहीं करूँगा.
After much persistence and many solicitations, I finally obtained Lady Farina's permission to use the image of her close friend. Not only is our adorable mascot drawing in fans by the minute, but she's...
It's been a while since we last met, but still, it's a surprise to hear Lapine Pauline coming out with such sensible ideas. By the way, Miss Lapine Pauline, have you decided to switch careers and go into film tech?
Not exactly. By chance, one of the prototype lenses I developed caught a photographer's eye, and it's now being used for the latest cinematic productions. Thanks to this unexpected opportunity, I've had the chance to invent various film-related equipment and props.
That's right. So don't underestimate Miss Lapine Pauline, our resident engineer. She's the technical powerhouse at the core of this entire event. As for the Spina di
तुम्हारे पास
Rosula,
Kinich है
we're
क्या
mainly
bro?
here to take care of planning, operations, and
तुम्हारे पास
management.
Kinich है.
For anyone feeling inspired to set up a booth, Miss Lapine Pauline and I will provide the necessary technical and operational support once their application has been approved. By the way, traveler, are you at all interested in taking part? It would be a chance for you to earn some extra income. Plus, with your skills, I'm sure you could bring something special to the
Kinich नहीं
table.
है अपना ये Navia.
Paimon would be even more tempted if you were to say, throw in one of those fancy feasts she's seen in those gourmet food reels.
Well, as it happens, that'll be a piece of cake. Everyone needs to eat, whether they be tourists
No.
or the stall
Okay.
owners themselves.
तुम पुल करोगे?
So thanks to Miss Navia's help, we've managed to invite
तुम
none
पुल करोगे
other
क्या?
than the celebrity chef Miss Escoffier to run our theme restaurant. Look over there!
I'm saving for Navika. अच्छा, वो कब आने वाली है?
You! Yes, you! For the last time, the ingredients have to be in the right ratio! Get it right now.
वो कब आने वाली है?
She seems a bit busy right now.
Well,
मैं
I'm
भी
sold.
मैं भी
I
करूँगा
think
उसको.
I'll make a how go be.
You little...
Oh, sorry.
What's your game here?
Demoiselle, sorry to bother you, but there's an issue over
वो
here that
कब आएगी? मैं
requires your
फिर Kinich
personal
के बाद उसके
attention.
लिए बचाऊंगा.
Apologies. Looks like it's back to work with me. Please feel free to take a gander at what we've got. Anyway, if you're interested in taking part, come find me later.
नेक्स्ट
Greetings. Apologies if
मतलब
you
अभी
overheard my
किनिच के
harsh
बाद
words
वाले
just
नेक्स्ट
now, but
बैनर
I
की
assure you it is
किनिच के
entirely
बाद का
necessary.
नेक्स्ट
The sheer lack
उसके
of
बाद
standards here will be the death of me. Do you have any idea of the
सोफियर
kind of
ये भी यहाँ
customers
पे
I'm gonna get with how lax things are at the moment? The ones that leave their guns behind by accident and then come back to collect them later, bringing
आई थिंक
ammunition with them.
3 बैनर आफ्टर
Yeah, that's the kind of customer you wouldn't forget in
ओके
a hurry.
Oh.
ओके ओके
Wait, has that happened before?
No, it's just the mention.
Huh?
Just before we started setting up, as we were cleaning up the site, someone stumbled upon a mysterious locked box. It didn't look like something from Fontaine, though. It had more of a Natlanese vibe.
Oh?
तो फिर मैं कर सकता
Do
हूँ
you
बाकी
think a
अगर मेरे को
foreign
कुछ अच्छा लगे
tourist might have left it behind?
फिर मैं
That's what I
किनिच के लिए तो पुल
assumed
करने
at
वाला हूँ
first. But the box was buried beneath a pile of wooden planks, rocks, and whatnot, so it seemed like someone deliberately hid it there. But I didn't see much point in speculating,
मेरे पास
so
कोई
the best
हाइड्रो
thing I could
कैरेक्टर
think,
नहीं है
I trekked all the way over to the Palais Mermonia just to
मेरे
hand it
पास कोई
in.
हाइड्रो कैरेक्टर नहीं है मैंने ट्रैवलर को ही
It
हाइड्रो
was
बनाया है
exhausting.
हाइड्रो नहीं डेंड्रो
What did the authorities
मेरे पास
make of
कोई
it?
डेंड्रो कैरेक्टर नहीं है
Oh,
किनिच को
they
ही डेंड्रो
made a
कैरेक्टर
mountain
बना
out
दिया
of
है
a molehill, as usual. Before even addressing the question of what was actually inside the box, they had several heated discussions about whose responsibility it was to write the lost and found notice. Thankfully,
Why
the
don't you
ever
pull
reliable
Raiden?
Officer Sedine stepped up
I
and
don't like
immediately
her.
called in the Marechaussee Phantom to crack the
वेट मैं
lock
देखता
and
हूँ
check if there
मतलब
were any dangerous items inside.
रेडन के लिए मैं
And,
सोच
as it
सकता हूँ
turned out, there was a gun.
मेरे पास इतना तो है देखो मेरे
Wow,
अभी पीटी
that's a
कितने की चल
dangerous
रही है
item,
पता है
alright.
मैंने 50 पुल किया है अभी तक
Mind if I
तो मैं
ask
अभी
what
मैं
kind of gun it was?
Oh yeah, Mr. Kanich, you're from Natlan, aren't you? Do you know a lot about guns?
You could say it comes with the job. I
मेरे
have an
पास
interest in
मैंने
weaponry
50
and the
पुल किया
like.
है मेरा 50 की पीटी है
Such a spoiled
तो मैं अभी
brat.
30
What,
और
are the
करूंगा
toys
ना
I gave you not good enough for you
30 और
anymore?
करूंगा मेरे को एक 5 स्टार
Yep.
मिल जाएगा
Got sick of
उसके बाद
those
मैं
long
सोचूंगा
ago.
किसको करना है उसके बाद
You
माविका को
little!
आने तक
Don't dare
मैं
you
कर
turn
सकता
your
हूँ
nose
पुल
up at my gifts! Why
Time for a timeout, old timer. Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, do you recall what the gun looked like?
It's a bit hard to describe. If you ask me, it didn't even really look like a gun. Give me a second. I'll knock out a quick sketch. Something like this.
Whoa, it's so neat and precise!
ओके हाँ मेरे पास कौन कौन से कैरेक्टर है पता है क्या तुमको दिखाओ क्या मैं
It's nothing.
मेरे पास कौन कौन से कैरेक्टर है दिखाओ तुमको
Sorry. Is
बहुत नहीं है
something
ज्यादा
wrong
नहीं
with
है
my
बस
drawing?
एक थोड़े ही है
I know it doesn't really look like a gun, but I assure you, this is exactly what it looked like. And it certainly could shoot as well, too. I confirmed that with the officer from the Marechaussee Phantom.
No, quite the opposite. The features are very accurate, and it is definitely from Natlan. Please, don't mind me. I'm just taking a moment to admire it.
I should be the one thanking you. Thank you, and everyone else for your support.
Don't mention it. Besides, we haven't really done anything.
Not at all. The buzz and excitement you guys bring is
Do you
exactly what
watch
this event
anime?
needs.
कौन सा एनिमे
Oh dear.
Yeah,
I'm
Genshin
starting
का
to feel a bit guilty watching everyone else toil away. Guess it's about time I
तो
got back to
जेनशिन
work
का एनिमे
too.
एनिमे वाला मूवी
But
है शायद ना इसका
just before I go, one last thing. Traveler, it's wonderful to see you. Here's to a successful collaboration.
I'm sure you noticed that there was something unusual about that gun. Correct. It's most likely an old weapon dug up from some ancient dragon ruins. Based on my experience, it might be more accurate to refer to it as a hand cannon. But in Fontaine terms, it's not wrong to call it a gun. Given why I came here,
No,
don't you
anime
think it's curious that an
yeah,
ancient dragon relic of
yes, मैं
unknown
anime देखता
origin would
हूँ.
turn up like this, out of the blue? I suspect this gun might have something to do with that smuggling case. It might have slipped through the cracks.
मैं anime
Time is of the
देखता हूँ.
essence, so I'd like to head over to
पहले
the
तो मैं
Palais
बहुत
Marmonia
देखता
to
था anime.
verify my
अभी तो टाइम
suspicions.
नहीं इसलिए नहीं देखता था, but
Perfect. Then we can head out right away. Or, if you want to catch up with your friends first.
और मैंने तो ये देखा है. मैंने ये anime बहुत सारे देखे हैं, रोम कॉम वाले. मैंने सबसे पहले anime ये देखा था. अटैक ऑन टाइटन देखा था सबसे पहला anime.
Oh, man. Bro!
नारुतो नहीं, अटैक ऑन टाइटन
Are
देखा
you
था मैंने
mimicking me?
सबसे पहले.
Now's not the time.
नारुतो
Come
देखा है
on.
मैंने, but सबसे
No,
पहले
I mean,
अटैक ऑन
one
टाइटन
of our
देखा था.
buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kenichi is here because of that
Kenichi
international
has
smuggling
Sasuke
case, right?
voice from Naruto.
I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time
मैंने
abroad
तो
and
ये
you're already making
notice ही नहीं किया.
headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
ये सच में सासुके
Come
क्या आवाज है
on,
क्या?
Aoife.
मतलब
Huh?
थोड़ा-थोड़ा लग रहा है.
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around. Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables. Huh? I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
In Japanese.
It's
Okay,
Chevrolet.
Right. I keep stumbling
Okay.
over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology.
Well,
Even if
I'm
she's not
waiting.
here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are here.
मेरे पास ये
You guys
तीनों
are
है, बस Kenichi नहीं
vegetable
है.
couriers?
Japanese
He
voice
is.
mode. Okay.
I'm just here as a
मैंने तो
responsible
English में
adult.
देखा है.
It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along. Even though it's your first time too. Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be. Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you
अबे
were,
इसकी
so
एक
they
आँख
used it as an
गुलाबी है.
excuse to send
एक
you
आँख
off on
देखो
a
पिंक है,
vacation.
एक ब्लू है
Wait,
या
what?
ग्रीन है.
So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid. Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that? In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi, guys. My name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
I'm
5
not
साल का
sure who
है.
the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried. Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku. You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say,
ये साला ये क्यों हो रहा
Kukuku's
है?
in big doo-doo.
आगे पीछे क्यों है?
He's so small, and all he
Like,
knows are a few
इनका
harmless
वॉइस देखो
phrases.
आगे
What
पीछे आ
kind
रहा
of
है.
trouble could he even get
एक
himself
गेम में
into?
दिक्कत है कि क्या?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox.
ये
So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole
इनके
time.
वॉइस में प्रॉब्लम
Guess he's
है
too scared
कि
to show his
क्या?
face.
हेलो
That plus he's already spouted
Obedient
enough nonsense for one day.
गे.
So I've put him on
हेलो
mute till
obedient गे.
tomorrow.
हेलो क्यूटी.
Nice one. If I was
अच्छा
even
नाम है
half as
obedient गे.
decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kukuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
वैसे अच्छा होता है खुद को ऐसे खुद को बारे में बताना. हेलो.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kukuku flew into that building next
Nice
door.
bro, nice.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like
बोलो
one of
भाई.
those cool crime movies.
which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one.
इंडिया
Kukuku
कितना
sure
आगे बढ़
has a
गया
good
ना.
eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but
अभी
checking every last
लोग
window
ऐसे
would
लिख के ही
still
आते हैं
take
कि
quite a
हाँ
while.
गे.
As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
लो गे भाई.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a
गे
sec.
भाई.
What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kukuku's got himself into a real mess here. Like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage
वे
of
चले गए
gunfire
क्या
while
गे?
important documents are flying about, left, right,
मतलब
and
obedient
center.
Heck
auxiliary
yeah!
video got
If
to
anyone can
kill.
pull it off, it's
अरे
Kukuku.
भाई क्या
He's
मजा
always
आ
been
गया
such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
2.4 के चला गया भाई. छपरी.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
अरे
Of
छपरी
course
क्यों
I'm
बोल
for
रहे हो
real.
भाई यार?
I'd never
मैंने क्या
make
बोला?
light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus.
थैंक यू भाई.
Well,
छपरी क्यों बोल
the
रहा है
human
भाई?
version. But our
छपरी क्यों
priority
बोल रहा
right
भाई? मैंने
now
क्या बोला?
should be to go in there and check up on Kukuku.
Leave it
मैंने
to
क्या
us.
बोला भाई?
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kukuku doesn't listen to
तुमने तो
you,
लिखा है
I
भाई
give you
नाम, अभी
permission
मैं
to
क्या
pull out a
बोलूं?
couple of his feathers.
Wait,
खाना खा
since
के
when
आता.
was that up to you?
चिढ़ गया क्या
Well,
भाई?
then it's your call, bro.
चिढ़ गया क्या भाई?
All right then. If Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his
चिढ़ गया क्या
feathers.
भाई? चिढ़ गया.
There you go. If he
खाना
objects
खाते
to
खाते
that,
देख.
tell him to come find us.
खाना खाते खाते देख.
He won't. Trust me.
Nothing new. What's up?
No way, bro.
Kakaku. Kuku. Kakaku. Click anywhere to go.
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here.
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no. Bro!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Oh, you know one another.
अरे
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner.
भाई मेरे को
Guess
ये भी
that's
अच्छा
one
लगता है
less
यार,
lost and found
ये
notice for you to write, Monsieur Nivelet.
नेवलेट नेवलेट भी अच्छा लगता है।
Traveler,
इसकी
was there something
वो
important
बस
you
अच्छी
wanted to
लगती है
discuss with the Udex?
एबिलिटी।
I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
भाई मेरे को ये इनका
So you've
वॉइस
met Nervalet
आगे पीछे क्यों आ रहा है?
But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman,
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
yes, let me fill you in.
Wow. It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch. That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh no. When I saw that Kikuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Eva. Maybe Kikuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kikuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
अरे fuck मैंने क्या किया
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kakuku...
Bring it.
Hey everyone, we're here! Oh hey, my little dudes! Good morning! Oh wow, Kakuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of
But
here!
मैं वो कर नहीं पा रहा वो
Okay,
क्या बोलते हो
so good
assassin
morning
quest
aside, please tell Paimon there's
35
been
के
some
बाद
other
जो आता है
progress
ना
too.
वो मेरे
Of
से
course.
पूरा ही नहीं हो रहा
That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Ridesley's been getting to talk.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was
तो
found
मेरे
in.
से हो ही नहीं
All in
रहा
all,
भाई,
he didn't
क्या
look any
करूं मेरे को
different from
समझ
your
नहीं आ
average
रहा।
Natlanese traveler.
35 के बाद जो आता
Perhaps
है
seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics, but all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
जो असेन मोर
Boss,
बिगर
do we
रिवॉर्ड
know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff?
जो असेन
What
मोर
if we can't shift it?
रिवॉर्ड
And that's why we call
अरे
you a
मेरे को
rookie. It's all supply and
वो पूरा ही
demand,
नहीं
kid.
हो रहा।
Supply and demand.
Assassin Quest
Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously?
तुमने ये
There's
खेला
hardly
ब्रो?
anything here.
तुमने ये इवेंट खेला क्या?
Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves.
What was that sound?
Sure enough, they're a relic.
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just...
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine? Scarred face. On closer inspection, could he have previously
अरे fuck,
something
मेरे
feels
को
off?
पता ही नहीं क्या करना था।
Nice thinking, boss. Who goes there?
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't
Fuck.
shift it?
And that's
Yes, nice
why
event.
we call you a rookie.
Okay.
That's right.
Are they merchants?
मेरे को क्या करना है
Have
पता
they
नहीं।
come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. On closer inspection, could he have previously... Something feels off.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan?
अभी मेरे को वो
I'll need to
लेना है
find a
कि
way to
नहीं?
get to the bottom of this.
इन्वेस्टिगेशन का वो।
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face?
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Okay.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff.
Right side.
If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up.
For distraction.
Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard.
How
They
to
can
do
look
it?
all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now.
I was complete.
Yeah, Kanish, you did great.
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Mr.
Never
Kakuku
mind.
wants to chime in.
He said
मैंने
this
कर दिया।
elusive individual's actions are positively...
It's a good observation. I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
Lost object. The lost object there was picked up. The box was buried and it comes to us.
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely
ये
happen
बात
in
बहुत
films.
करते हैं यार।
There have been similar
Action
cases in
करना है
real
अपनी।
life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then... Since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so... Does that mean they executed the hostage?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
About the transaction counting, about the buyer, about the seller, about the goods.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rasula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just
Reaction
follow
के
the
लिए
usual
चलो
procedure, but
जल्दी.
the more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new... And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro! Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroran?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
ओ भाई
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Ugh.
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while
Poor Ahau. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Eva, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope, Ahau. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after Ahau, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you? Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Ah, really? Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
अरे भाई
So now that our crew's back together, oh, how about a game of...
No chance!
Nope. This...
मैंने ऐसे देखा ये क्या था
Can we... Don't know why you're...
The lost and found notice is up!
मैं बाहर जाना
Maybe we
पड़ेगा
should go
भाई
hang around the Palais Mer... Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes!
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts and uncles.
What in the Tibet are you doing here, Auroron?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job! Completely different things!
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry, to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So, Roron, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Roran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun. All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old co-workers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Roran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kikuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon, you're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking a Roron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now. This isn't the way that Auroron said. Am I getting too old to remember directions?
Suffocate! Careless. Picked the wrong path. Should replace my hammer. Suffocate! Suffocate!
Propagate! Up to it, Manzai!
अरे बहन चोद मैंने फक फक मैंने आधा छोड़ दिया था वो क्वेस्ट
Traveler, it's you! Ready to join the Cheval Moran film Fantasyland? It's time, dear part. As I mentioned, of course,
Okay,
and
चलो
we for our.
okay, नहीं छोड़ा
We spend most of our time adventuring, and we.
That's more like it. You've seen it all before. Anyway. As you can see, the Speed has only been able to hire a limited number of craftsmen. That's why I chose to adopt a time slot-based planning method. Upgrading facilities, expanding the venue, hiring staff. So, as we...
So we'll be limited in the which.
ये क्या है क्या इसमें
Paimon thinks she just about gets it. How do you feel about it, traveler? Yep. You mentioned standardized.
Of course, if we're not, and others might, to avoid confusion, we.
Wow. But if we hit a tough spot, we'll just have to rely.
Hopefully, it goes without saying that I'd never. I also wanted.
Oh, those are
great. Well, I can't wait to hear what you think. All right then, let's start with.
हमें नीचे जाना पड़ेगा अरे ऊपर यार क्या मैं कर रहा हूँ मैं बहुत गंदा खेल रहा हूँ यार
Both of you seem even more
Paimon hasn't actually.
Great job, Paimon. They'd be beyond. Some have even been
out of their own.
That's right. The cost of the booth at Take our official. Many people have expressed interest in designing cushions based on her image. These cushions will officially go. Sounds. After all, the more Mora ends up. Still, the same logic of once we finish this, there's plenty. There's a recruitment set. Once assigned.
Wait, so we've suddenly gone from being playtesters to heads of human resources? That just don't hold it. All right, time to. Looks like this particular employee is really getting into their role.
In any case, with this, running a theme park is a long-term project. We're just about to... on this to draw in the crowds. I've invited one of she'll be perfect.
So,
फिनिश का क्वेश्चन नादिया कहाँ से आ गई?
The restaurant is up to standard, and the waterside location.
hey there,
Oh, the president. I'm guessing you want the traveler to help me decide. This just imagine. Now, here's the twist. To get the most based on research, so give me some inspiration. Now then, give me your hand. Oh, your hands are... A sword, then. The theme this time shall be strength. All right, let's find... I've refined the mint extract, but if you ask, as I'm sure you've noted, as their bosses, who knows? The morale boost might even improve.
Oh? For several days after, the workers were all incredibly efficient. They'd finish 8 hours of work and
then there's no...
That's a great... Looks like these themes... The artisans are pumped and ready to roll thanks to that themed dish.
And perfect timing, too. Let's take...
We should be able to attract more...
That an attraction will reach when...
Thinking about it, we have...
Oh, not at all. I imagine but don't let that...
Whoa, from here on out...
We should take a break after all that running around. Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you. This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's... Why is the Statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's... Hello? Are you okay, mister? He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here, and fast! We should report back to Ganyu and Lon. Ah! Now what? We can't stay here! Quick, run!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An Abyss Herald?
Dane. Dainsleif. Oh, I thought thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsliff, that constant annoyance in our affairs. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss has gone nowhere for a long time. There is nothing you can do to change the tide. The Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? Pirates never seen it before. Careful, please don't get cocky.
Many happy returns!
मैं 2-3 में मर गया
This power,
ट्रेन का पकोड़ा
it seems familiar. I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
What a tough battle. Are you okay? Oh, such a strong enemy. Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them? Huh? What is it? What are you... Oh, right, yeah. We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before...
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well.
मेरे को वो यही लग रहा है यार
An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss, though I have had my suspicions. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way! We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
Let's go! A rare opportunity? With Dane helping out, maybe we'll be able to solve more mysteries about the Abyss.
Germinate! What? Scatter!
Let the show begin. Those Abyss mages just now.
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The Traveler here seems to like doing that a lot, too. Looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know, that kind of stuff.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary objects. In fact, I was nearby investigating. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards these monsters of the abyss, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire Abyss Order. One cannot discover the truth behind it through interrogation. Or rather, these Abyss mages likely fear something else, much more than they do a pain.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Mighty mythical beast! Up to it, Manzai!
Wow, besides the Abyss Order, seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of ruin guards roaming around too.
There are no coincidences in the world. Everything is the fruit of seeds planted long ago. Just like your appearance in that tavern. Time, forget it. Just some needless musings. The connection between the Abyss Order and the Ruin Guards is by no means incidental. Rather, they are both branches that have grown out and up from the same roots below.
Branches? Roots? What do you mean exactly?
Both originate from an ancient nation that was destroyed 500 years ago. Khaenri'ah.
Huh? Khaenri'ah? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh, speaking of Khaenri'ah, that's really a super ancient name. Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago, the nation of Khaenri'ah was... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Khaenri'ah you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh? Paimon thought that you ran into that unknown god first.
I see. So your first memory after coming to this world was being awoken by your sister from within that meteorite.
It seems your sister woke up first. But the question is, how long before you?
And then your sister told you that the destruction of Khaenri'ah plunged the whole world into chaos, and that you two should leave this world called Teyvat?
The destruction of Khaenri'ah? She said that?
That destruction you witnessed, that's history from 500 years ago.
It seems the first time you awoke in this world was indeed during that period.
Huh. So your sister must have understood this world better than you did, because she woke up first.
And it was shortly after that that you encountered an unknown god who blocked your path, so you couldn't escape.
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Khaenri'ah. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Khaenri'ah. Am I right?
Ah, if that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past few months. Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later, we managed to gather a whole bunch of old books from all around Mondstadt and Liyue, but you told Paimon they were useless. So, the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Khaenri'ah so you could find your sister? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Khaenri'ah than both of you. Khaenri'ah was a nation without a god, not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans, an unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization. It was the pride of humankind.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember. It was all destroyed by gods.
You mean that...
500 years ago, the gods descended upon the world and brought desolation to Khaenri'ah. The pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed, like a weed removed from the garden of the gods.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Khaenri'ah. So, did Khaenri'ah have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These ruin guards were known as field tillers by the people of Khaenri'ah.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field tiller was just a code. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with...
Fought for with...
After the destruction of... They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Tevat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
That sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Alley-oop! Mighty mythical beast!
Huh? This abyss maze dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory to Her Highness the Princess.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate initial operation. The Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Conria. Though, of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Conria. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god, and the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation? Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving. A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Anemo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though. Does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Anemo Archon! And actually, the Anemo Archon is... never mind!
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue, but if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Bring it!
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that?
Field tiller. What does it do?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right. We'll go give Master Jean a hand.
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the Animal Archon protect you all.
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they—
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andrias died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andrias. overestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
No pain, no gain.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Let the show begin.
Propagate! Congratulations!
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven, or is he protecting them?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar At the Rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do. Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... What is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason? The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... He does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it is best that you are also the one to meet him this time. Okay, be careful. Thank you for your help, Honorary Knight of Favonius.
Bring it!
over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
You, not welcome here!
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory. If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past. Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no, is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender! But this can't go on.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain.
Bring it!
Bow before the abyss!
Mighty mythical beast! Ta! Ja! Ta! Ha! Scatter! Yeah! Terminate!
It's a roar!
Propagate!
I'll protect us.
Letting great names echo!
Come on, we can do it.
We'll come.
Scatter! Yeah! I'll do it, Propagate! Yeah! Ta! Ta!
The world will fall. The world will fall.
Let's dance.
Is nigh.
Scatter! Yeah!
The abyss shall rise once again. The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again.
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a trial?
Thank you.
In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about, too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know, but did we...
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too, also be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
Boom, booms, and eyes.
Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that. This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited. What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are, I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsleif, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
I'll protect you.
Ether.
Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 a curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Home. Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Really?
हाँ ब्रो
You sure?
इसकी
At
बहन
least
कर रही है
now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
इसकी बहन कर रही है ये सब
That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all? Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Princess. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, we don't know for sure if she's the highest ranking leader in the organization.
भाई वो तो
Also, your sister said that
उनकी
she
leader
wants to
है
engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, Turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too. He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, well then, show her what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go.
A pot of tea with a couple of nibbles, some seasonal greens, and a piping hot bowl of fresh kanji. That's a dope.
Scatter! Prepare yourself.
Propagate!
Can't run from death.
I'll keep this close.
Hi. Hello, 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 hello. हेलो हेलो अभी कर दिया मैंने कर दिया वो कोई नहीं था ना इसलिए मैंने बंद किया था मैंने कर दिया ब्रो आवाज मैंने आवाज कर दिया और बता ओके सेट हाँ कोई नहीं था ना तो मैं बंद किया था ये देखो मेरे पास कितने कैरेक्टर है ये देखो इतने मेरे पास ये 50 है ये पे 50 लेवल पे है ये है ये है ये भी मिली मुझे वो 3 वॉचिंग है ना हाँ 3 तो है बट नहीं 2 है 2 ये नहीं 2 है ये है ये मिला है ये है ये है ये भी है और ये 5 में से कौन अच्छा है नीचे वाले ये 5 में से कौन है नीचे वाले ये नीचे वाली लाइन में कौन अच्छा है इसको कैसे खोपड़ी की तरह बढ़िया है भाई इसी तीनों को करो बढ़िया है किसी थीनोन को अप करो नीचे वाला स्लो क्रॉस थीनोन को मतलब क्या किसी भी थीनोन मतलब विजुअल सोर्स अच्छा है ओके सॉरी सुक्रोस इसको देखो
I can do it. Animal test 6308.
Bring it.
मैंने तो ये रखी है टीम अभी के लिए ये
We can do this.
मैंने तो ये रखी है अभी ये 3 मतलब ये 4 ये फिर मैं जब फिनिश आएगा तो इसको हटा दूंगा मैं ट्रैवलर को। और ये किनिच और ये 3 रहेगी और ये 4 रहेंगे। इसको हटा दूंगा मैं।
I bought a
Don't upgrade all at once. नहीं। अच्छा हाइड्रो मिलता तो वो बाबरा भी हटा दो। ओके उसको तो हटा दूंगा। मैंने पकड़ दिया कुछ। मैंने आँख जाने दो। अर्कन को इस लगाओ क्या ब्रो बताओ।
how many forging commissions do I still have to
अर्कन
finish?
को इस लगाओ क्या।
1, 2. Not so many as I thought. I'll get to them tomorrow.
ये देखो ये पूरा करना है। ये पूरा करना है। What are you doing next?
We should take a break after all that running around.
Arkham quest करोगे?
Yeah, let's rest here for a bit.
Keep world quest करो. World quest में मजा नहीं आता. ये करता हूँ नहीं ये नहीं. ये बाद में आता हूँ. कितना देर हो गया? ओके. बहुत देर हो गया. 6 बजे आओ क्या? 6 बजे. 6 बजे आओ क्या?
The potted plant on the porch has died again. I was watering it every day. Ugh, don't tell me I overdid it this time.
6 बजे आओ क्या? 6 बजे. Before that, can I get some fish real quick? मतलब मैं नहीं समझा. छह बजे आओ क्या ब्रो? 6 बजे. Okay, maybe next time. Okay, मैं 6 बजे आता हूँ. ओके, अभी थोड़ा आराम कर रहा हूँ. 3 घंटा हो गया. You can catch fish from Genshin for OP weapons. ओके, मैं फिश तो पकड़ा है मैं. फिश तो पकड़ा. What? ये देखो, फिश पकड़ लिया है मैंने. Lots of fish. ओके, ये देखो पकड़ा है मैंने. ओके ब्रो, 6 बजे मिलते हैं. 6 बजे.
How many forging commissions do I still have to finish? Let's see. 1, 2...
Bye bro, bye. Bye bye.
Not so many as I thought. Oh.
Bye bro, bye bye bye. See you soon.